for the main event of the evening. With thanks to our sponsors, combatmats.co.uk, Black Mamba Elite, Rob Hamilton Sports Injury Management, Empire Grappling, Miller's City Cars, Total Therapy, T-Nutrition, and Next Level Fitness. The following contest is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds and is for the vacant UKFC European Bantamweight title. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, representing Penta Gym Prague and Shooters MMA, Ondrej Skalnik. And his opponent standing across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, representing Reps MMA, Steve the Nightmare Nightingale.
UK Fighting Championships 3, it's our main event, bantamweight competition for the European bantamweight title, pitting Rep's own Steve the Nightmare Nightingale against Ondrej Skalnik from the Penta Gym Prague Shooters MMA. Again, bringing in some tough European competition for Steve.
Yeah, straight in there on the double leg is Nightingale. And each time he main events his show with loads of fans, and each time he says, I'm not doing that again.
Yeah.
But here he is, fighting for the European title.
Third time in a row. Lots of pressure to organize, get the event going, and then prep his fighters and himself for the main event. But here we are.
All that hard work comes to a head here, and he's got a good dominant position early on, looking to tie up that far wrist, which should make it even better. I'm sure he'd love to get the finish in front of his home crowd, and you know, we don't get paid for overtime, so
yeah, I'm sure he'd like to send a message to his fans as well.
Tight on the hips there. Skalnik looking to post up to try and work back up to his feet, but Nightingale doing the right thing, trying to control that far arm. If you can get that control there, it really changes the position and means Skalnik is going to struggle to get back up to his feet.
And stays continuing to be busy controlling that body, trying to control the hips. Pull him off away from the cage.
And he keeps working for it. When he gets it, that's a tight position. If you can stuff that right wrist of Skalnik underneath his back. With it trapped with the right hand there.
Steve continuing to work.
He certainly wants it. Has he got it now? Once you get that wrist wrapped, opens up a world of opportunities.
Right, starting to control those hips.
Skalnik just doing enough to fight off that grip.
Excellent defensive work there by Skalnik off his back, defending that arm.
But all he's been forced to do is just defend in these, like I said in the last fight, these little battles within the battles, and you know, that specific area could make or break the position. Skalnik has done well there to survive it, but he really needs to try and get back to his feet or sweep to a top position, get some offense off, because he's just been controlled by Nightingale so far.
Yeah, certainly wants to get some distance between them, but Steve's just not letting him breathe. It's like white on rice at the moment. Sneaks a little left hand up in there as well.
And now inside the guard, let's see what Nightingale does with this position. Posture for ground and pound is an option.
Got to be careful as Skalnik starts to pull guard up a little bit higher, looking for maybe the triangle of the arm.
The triangle there, switches off for the arm, but it looks like Nightingale's savvy to it. The elbow's out. Looking for a leg, but he doesn't have any control with his own legs, so he'd struggle to finish anything lower limb based from there.
Missed the warning there, I'm afraid, Jay. I didn't hear that.
I'm not sure what it was, but I do know that Nightingale's got a good position. He's got the arm trapped under the opposite side. He's going to try and move to take the back there, but Skalnik sticks his back against the fence instead.
Skalnik doing very well at sort of defending himself from the positions getting too bad. I know side control, but you know, Steve was working on trying to crawl up the cage for the full mount there, and Skalnik's just not having any of it.
Yeah, he's aware of what Nightingale's trying to do, which stops the positions getting fight-endingly bad, but he's just constantly been on the defensive. And the more Nightingale keeps attacking, the less opportunity Skalnik's going to have to do anything himself. Looking for the back.
Skalnik giving up his back there. Again, some nice defensive grappling from Skalnik, but Steve staying on top, you know, living the nays, becoming a nightmare for Skalnik at the moment, really cranking on that neck, trying to make things uncomfortable, unpleasant.
Needs to switch his hips out if he wants to stay on the back. So you can see him working out to his right-hand side. Otherwise, Skalnik might be able to turn in for the guard. I think he's done enough to stay out. He has. He's got a hook in with the seatbelt and the wrist control.
Maybe just a little bit controlling Steve's gloves there. Steve talking to Neil.
Skalnik on top for the first time in the fight. And just Steve's work there just gone to waste a little bit as Skalnik turned into his guard.
This round has been more about positioning and control, and Steve's done that. In terms of landing, telling shots or damage, not so much, but look at sort of mission control, rubber guard.
Yeah, that's it. He's working from the mission control there, wants the right foot on the hip, but I think he was just knew it was near the end of the round. Happened to hold it there.
Yeah, now first round in the bag.
Yeah, round in the books for Nightingale for sure.
Well, absolutely. Control, positioning, time on top.
Skalnik looking the more tired of the two as he goes to his corner. And we've got 5 minutes down of a potential 25, Steve, potential 15.
15. Steve looking really relaxed in that corner. Jason Tan there, giving some advice. It's a cool thing to see the relationships between the gyms.
Yeah, that's. I think that's how Steve has his escape, you know, from being a head coach at Reps. You know, when you need to fight, you need to be coached and dedicate time to yourself. He does that over at the MMA Academy under Coach Jason Tan and the rest of the good coaches there.
Here we go. They clear out the cage. Start of the second round in our main event. Steve Nightingale, Ondrej Skalnik. They touch gloves, and here we go.
Steve straight in for the takedown again, but Skalnik stuffs it and gets on top this time.
Yeah.
Telegraphed it a little bit too much.
Worked a little too hard for that takedown. Made it obvious. Now we get to see how Skalnik does in that top position right from the beginning of the round. Trying to be very heavy on that face, make it very uncomfortable down there.
And Steve wrapping the arms and the head, looking to tie his man up, open up an opportunity. There he goes with the mission control again, working his rubber guard nice and tight.
Looking to set up the triangle.
Crackhead control, I believe they call that one.
Crackhead control. God, you Jits guys have some good names for stuff.
Eddie Bravo has good names for stuff because he gets high all the time.
Fair enough.
Nothing better to do.
Is there potential finish from this position, or Skalnik sort of doing enough that there's no real danger at the moment?
Yeah, I mean, it's the transition into the other stuff from there. There are submissions from there, but it's more of a control position before you advance into omoplatas, gogoplatas, things like that.
Oh, nice knee to the tailbone there.
No one likes to be kneed there.
No, not comfortable.
Again, Steve looks to isolate that arm. There he goes. And that's where he can really start to attack if he can get the leg in front.
Oh!
Gogoplata attempt.
I don't believe I have ever seen a finish by No, I have. One gogoplata ever in my MMA career.
Yeah, Skalnik did well just to tuck his chin and not allow the submission. And that's the problem with the rubber guard there. He's worked so hard to get to that position, has a submission attempt, loses it, and now he's
back
lost
in the
all
half
the position.
Yeah.
Entertaining to see, though, if you're a grappling purist, seeing the advancements from position to position. Good elbows there from Skalnik now. He's looking to make his presence felt. He's been tied up all of this round, and now he's got a space. He wants to do some damage.
So I think, and that's been the difference when he's been in the top position. He's actually looked to try and. Steve's been busy, but there's busy, and then there's doing damage. Is that arm not good being trapped there? He thought for a second he'd tied up Skalnik's right arm with the triangle, but Skalnik's pulled out.
And it only takes a few inches change of position to be able to negate some of them positions Steve's working hard to get. It can be negated quite quickly, and especially more so, when things get a little bit sweatier, a little bit slidier. The recently legal heel kick to the kidney,
a la
triangle,
a la hoist from the way
days.
back in the day.
Steve keeping a tight overhook, not allowing Skalnik much opportunity to posture and get the heavy shots off. Looking to set up a triangle on the opposite side, possibly.
Again, in a round of position, in a round of grappling. Right now, as busy as he's being off his back, not his round.
No, unfortunately not. Highlights of the round, obviously, is a Goga Plata attempts, but then some hard telling shots from Skalnik with the elbows when he got the chance.
Okay, the referee Neil Hall standing him up. I'm sorry, I'm a bit confused as to why there, but Skalnik coming out with a venom now.
Yeah, now they're swinging him. Nightingale's been dropped with the right hand. He's on the single leg.
Refusing to give up that single leg, but Skalnik now got that arm crucifix, dropping a couple of elbows in.
Yeah, I thought Nightingale was trying to go to a deep half position there, but he's got stuck, eating a couple of elbows. Has he recovered?
Heavy on the head, Skalnik was.
And now, if Nightingale can keep his head tight into the stomach, he should avoid being able to take many heavy shots from there, just while he comes round a little bit. Skalnik, he was venomous when he threw then.
Absolutely. Steve's still not letting go of that single leg, trying to drive Skalnik back, pull him down, but every time he does, he just gets pulled.
And he's mounted now. This is not a good position, but there's not long left in the round. 10 seconds left. Can Nightingale survive this?
No.
Big shots coming in from there.
Still 5 seconds.
Hammer fist and saved by the bell there for Steve Nightingale.
Absolutely, without question. That was an ugly end to the round for Steve Nightingale. 1 round apiece now, all to play for, 5 minutes to go.
Yeah, Skalnik is just when he gets the opportunity, he's just got showing much more aggression. There, heavy on the shots, trying to hold the position but thinking about doing damage. Showed in that second round just what he's capable of. Steve nullified him for most of the first. But now, Steve looking tired. He's Skalnik looking tired in his corner as well.
Absolutely.
But both these guys have got a full 5-minute round left to go. But Skalnik's the one in the ascendancy. He's the one who's going to be enthused by the back end of that second round.
Absolutely.
He's going to come out swinging. He's going to try and take Nightingale out.
And he's been taking advantage of whenever he's had a good position.
Nightingale got the crowd behind him though.
They touch gloves for the third and final round in our main event here at the UK Fighting Championships 3. And Skalnik throwing everything with a little more snap now.
Yeah, now he knows he's got the potential to do damage. That was a good right hand from Nightingale though.
And straight into pressuring Skalnik up against the cage, searching for that takedown again.
Yeah, he's going to want to drag Skalnik to the mat, control the position, just settle things down a little bit.
Again, every second spent here, every second that he's forcing Skalnik to have stopped the takedown, to stuff the takedown, seconds all going into the bank for this round for him. But we're only 45 seconds in.
Yeah, Skalnik looking for the elbows there as he defends the takedown. He's got good hips to stay on his feet, looking for the shots. Nightingale needs to dig into those reserves and try and finish that. He's got his hands clasped. Has he got the takedown? Yes.
Yes.
Now he needs to control the legs. Make sure Skalnik doesn't climb straight back to his feet, because really is tiring. That up-down grind really takes it out of you. And Steve here is going to be trying to conserve his energy. That's the good work there. Get the feet off the ground. Don't allow him to plant the feet to stand back up again.
Really trying to secure that position, Steve, before he unloads any kind of strikes at all. Really wants to make sure he's got his man tied up. Needs to pull his back off the cage now. Doesn't he slide those hips out? Slide his hips back. Yeah, there we go.
You got him on a remote control. And Skalnik there, accepting the position a little bit. What he needs to do, he needs a bit of urgency to get back up to his feet.
Absolutely.
If he wants to come here and win this fight, he's got to win this round. As I say that, there he goes.
Working very hard to get up. Stay keeping that body locked.
Stay looking for the Kimura sweep, but Skalnik, I don't know if he's going to have the energy to get it from there, especially now Skalnik's pulled his head inside the armpit.
Yeah, Skalnik's going to pull that head out, pop that head out now. Steve's still holding on to that arm. Getting a warning for something coming through from Neil Hall.
I think it was the back of the head there.
Stay working trying to work the hands.
And he's given up on the Kimura grip now. He's lost the grip. Doesn't want Skalnik to take his back from there. The moment he wants to take one of those hooks off.
And then turn into it, I would imagine.
Yeah, but now Skalnik has got the back. He's looking for the choke.
Steve fighting that off. Fighting the hands.
And this, this dominant position could be really telling with the judges now. Back control, back mount.
Absolutely.
2 minutes left as well to work. And if he holds this position for 2 minutes, there's a good chance he's going to win the round. There's a good chance he's going to win the fight.
Absolutely. First round, I think, Nightingale. Second round, clearly, I think, went to Ondrej. This, first minute and a half of this round, the Nightmare was in control, but
you can see Skalnik looking at that choke now.
Yeah, and there,
switch to the right arm. He's looking for the short choke. He's got the grip. I think he's got an S grip on the hands. Nightingale doing everything he can to stay out of that choke. I mean, he desperately doesn't want to lose in front of the hometown and his home show. That's not 10 seconds, that's somebody else.
Oh, good. Still a minute left in this fight.
Just every time it looks like Skalnik's got a breakthrough underneath the neck, Nightingale finds a way out, clears the elbow.
If Nightingale can find a way to explode, turn and take the top position, still enough time left that it might actually steal him the fight.
There's that choke in now. Is it on? Skalnik squeezing. He thinks it is. Steve Nightingale might go out from there. I don't know if we're going to see a tap, but that looks really tight.
It does
this
look
could
tight.
be all she wrote. But Nightingale still fighting. There's a tap. Skalnik with the upset. Nightingale unfortunately succumbs to a rear naked choke late in the third round.
But you know what it says to me is that, again, the guys at the UK Fighting Championships, Steve being one of their guys, ain't gonna give themselves easy fights. Ain't gonna look for that tomato can to get a payday offer from some paying tickets. Tough opponent, tough loss. Great win for Ondrej Skalnik from the Penta Gym Shooters MMA.
Yeah, I mean,
beats the hometown boy.
Nightingale looked worn out, and the preparation for his guys, preparation for the show, and everything else. He keeps saying it, but could well have got on top of him, mate. We've seen him sharper, we've seen him look stronger.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that could be a factor. So this time he might be right. That may well be the time he.
Yeah, come June 10th, maybe he'll promote the event as opposed to main event the event.
And so we reach a conclusion 4 minutes and 40 seconds into round number 3 for your winner via rear naked choke. And now UKFC Pro-European Bantamweight Champion Ondrej Skalnik. Ladies and gentlemen, your appreciation, please, for Steve Nightingale. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your attendance here at UKFC number 3 at the Guildhall, Preston. UK Fighting Championship will return to this very venue on Saturday, the 10th of June. One more big thanks to our sponsors, combatmats.co.uk, Black Mamba Elite, Rob Hamilton Sports Injury Management, Empire Grappling, Miller's City Cars, Total Therapy, Team Nutrition, and Next Level Fitness. Thank you once again. Safe